Hello, welcome to my channel. This is actually my very first ever sketchbook tour. I just wanted to jump in here and say that I am going to include the reference photos that I used to make these drawings because I sometimes feel that it really helps to have that reference next to you when you're like looking at the drawing, in fact, just to see where it came from and how it got to that point. So here we go. This is actually, I started this I think back in April of 2020. And no, actually, yeah, April of 2020. And this is supposed to be 100 faces in 100 days or something. But obviously I didn't do that. It took me almost all year to do it, which is okay. I also did other things. I was practicing. But anyway, these aren't the official pictures that were chosen. These are just like pictures that I chose off Pinterest. But anyway, here we go. So these are basically, now what my plans are, this is pencil sketching mostly. And some of them are finished with color, but for the most part, I was doing them. After a while, I stopped finishing them with color, and I was going to do that later on. I just wanted to do this flip through now because I tend to think that once I put the color in, I'm just going to ruin it. But at least I have a record of what I did. So anyway, these are pencil, and this one I did try to just kind of do a watercolor, which is actually the same image. So, and here is, now I did, like I said in the beginning, I did try to finish them. This was charcoal, which is why I have this protective sheet. This is just graphite. And again, these are still in April, you can pretty much see. I was really trying to be good. I was trying to do one every day, and I was doing that at first, 21, 22, 23, 24. But then, you know, life, or procrastination in my case, I guess. Again, like, I did some shading here, but I think I'd still like to go in there and, you know, give it a little bit more polish. Now, this is a sketchbook, and my feeling is not every image is going to be finished or beautiful. It's a sketchbook, and I know that it's for learning, and I don't want to limit myself like that, because once I feel like, oh, I've got to finish every image, every little, you know, every image that I start, then I'm not going to do it. That's just what it is. Here's some more, and then there's this guy. This was an oil pastel, and this is the Faber-Castell. It's not the best oil pastel, but that's what I have. It's, I think, student grade, but anyway. Sometimes it takes, that's what it says, sometimes it takes a few times to get started, and sometimes no matter what I do, nothing looks right. These three are the same, and every time I just couldn't get it. And even here, I'm hoping to maybe do something with the color, and maybe that'll bring some of it out. So here I was just trying to play with texture, with hair texture, which is kind of fun. Where did it go? And here, again, I think this is also, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's just graphite. And here I believe is, oh, this is also, this might be charcoal. Again, it's very messy with charcoal and oil pastel. So it's good to have like a tissue paper to just kind of protect it. This is colored pencils. This was a little bit of watercolor. This is just regular pencil, graphite. And this is, on this side was, is basically just like a blind contour drawing. And I think that's actually what I start to do. So here's a blind contour, and I sometimes really like the dynamic feel of the blind contour drawing. It's now, obviously, if you saw my last video, it's a lot of it is you just focus on the looking at the image. You don't look at your paper at all. So, and you know, obviously it's not going to come out perfect because you're not looking at what you're doing or what you're drawing, but you know, it's amazing. It loosens your arm up, and it really you really see what's there instead of what you think is there. So anyway, okay, and here is like this one. I really like this one. This was all done in pencil. Both of these are just pencil, but I like this for some reason. It's obviously it's all off. I mean, you get the basic shape of things and the positioning of things, but it just feels more alive. In fact, I mean, maybe that's just something saying about my drawing on this side, but this is a modified contour drawing, so there was a little bit more looking at the paper. Whereas blind contour, you don't look at the paper at all. You're just looking at your subject the whole time. Again, this is blind contour. I mean, I always start here, and you kind of, I think I start off okay. I mean, there's the eye, the eyebrow, and it just goes into the nose and the mouth. You know, once I start to go, but if you take your time, you'd be amazed at what you can get. I think that's what it is. It's a lesson in patience as well. I mean, this I think I took like minutes to do, but you can really spend some time doing that. I mean, there could be like 5 or 10 minutes, you know, any amount of time you want, and very slowly just eke out those lines of what you're looking at. You'd be really amazed at what you see at the end. This is another modified contour drawing of this guy. Here, I think it's just the color pencil. This erasable pencil. It's very difficult to erase colored pencil normally, but this is a brand that's color erase, and you can, and it's actually very good. This is the blind contour as well. This is just of the eye. This is actually modified contour, so it's kind of there, and I tried to throw some watercolor at it as well. This is blind contour again. This is probably modified because you can kind of tell. I mean, you know. And this is this might be a combination of gouache and watercolor. These are modified contour drawings on this side, and this is a regular one. Again, not finished, but I'm going to try to go in there with color and with some, I don't know, I'm like gouache or watercolor or pencils, whatever, just to put some color in it. Again, another modified contour, and again, I really like this one. I don't know what it is, but same idea. This one I like that. But then again, I think it's her expression. It says it all, doesn't it? So I'm a total beginner, but you know, I feel like the more I do, I felt more confident at the end of this book, even if it's in like small increments. At the end of it all, it really is about confidence, I think. This is actually a self-portrait, so that's not on Pinterest. And another one. This, I think, is supposed to be Michelle Obama, but I did not do her justice. She's a beautiful woman. This is actually a picture of my mom when she was very young. Again, here we are in September, so it's been about five months. This is the modified. This is the regular one. Again, modified. This one was very difficult to do. I don't know why. I mean, they're all very difficult to do, don't get me wrong. But this one too. Nothing here is like, you know, super fantastic. But for me, at my stage right now, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. And I'm throwing it all out there for everyone to see. Everybody can judge in whatever way, critique, whatever. You know, I would really, really love some, you know, feedback, some critique. You know, I mean, don't be harsh, but every little bit helps. Every little bit helps, and we're all here as an art community here to help each other, and I think that's what's great about it. I like this one. This one fills the page. In fact, they both do. The contour one too fills the page. This one too, I think, is kind of fun. Yeah. I try to get different characteristics, different people of different backgrounds, different cultures. I really wanted a very diverse, a diverse collection, if you will, because we're all different. We're same, but we're different too. Oops, I think I skipped a page, but there's one. I like expressions. Might try to do a few more now, and I continue to do it now, even, you know, even after this book has been filled. In fact, this was like the first book I've ever filled, sketchbook wise, and it does have a theme, has a thread going through with the faces. But this, I think, this entire side of this photo was in like shadow, so I figured I'd just do the half. This one was difficult because it was like in perspective, like she was lying down, and so everything was kind of going this way, and it was a challenge. It was a real challenge, and it's, you know, it's still a long way from what it should be, maybe in my head, but you know, I know I learned something from every one of these. In fact, I know I learned something from them. I like this guy's face in this one. Again, it's nice to get images that are like, especially if you want to do like studies in value, it's really good to get like a black and white image with some good shadows. And there's this one, and then this is my last one. I didn't want to draw on this side, so I only did the contour drawing. But that is it. That is my first ever finished sketchbook, in fact, and my first sketchbook tour. So I hope you guys learned or took something away with this. And, you know, again, I'm just on this road to learning, and maybe like so many of you, and I just wanted to share my experience with you, and hopefully, you know, you got something out of it. You can learn something from it, and, you know, vice versa, because like I said, this is an art community, and we're all here to help each other in a nice way, because it's nice to be nice, right? It's nice to be kind, but still, you know, feedback can be very it can be positive, it can be critical, but it should like help in some way. You know, don't just say it looks like crap, because, you know it looks like crap sometimes, but I don't need someone to tell me that. Tell me how I can make it not so crap like. That's all it is. That's what this is all about. We're all here to help each other. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, thanks for coming. Bye.